Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, my dear students. Today we are going to have our chapter number 11. I am your mathematics teacher, Muhammad Amjad Saeed from Pakistan International School, Taif, Saudi Arabia. So first of all, we are going to have our theorem number 11.1 on your book page 199. Statement is, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are congruent, number 1. Number 2, opposite angles are congruent. And number 3, the diagonals bisect each other. So first of all, in quadrilateral ABCD, AB is parallel to DC and BC is parallel to AD. Given is, I am repeating, given is, in quadrilateral ABCD, AB is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC. This is the condition for the parallelogram that opposite sides are always congruent and parallel also. So we are given, because we have to prove the opposite sides angles congruent, so that's why we are taking the other property in the parallelogram. And what is the other property? That one is AB is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC. In a parallelogram ABCD, AB is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC, and the diagonals AC and BD intersect each other at point O. So we are given, in a quadrilateral ABCD, AB is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC. The diagonals AC and BD intersect each other at point O. This is given. After that, to prove, according to statement number 1, opposite sides are congruent. That is, AB is congruent to DC and AD is congruent to BC. Number 2, opposite angles are congruent. Opposite angles are A is congruent to C and B is congruent to D. Or you can say otherwise, DAB angle is congruent to DCB angle. Similarly, angle ABC is congruent to angle ADC. But remember that the angle name will be in the center. For example, ADC. D is the vertex where the angle is made. So it is the central number at which the angle is made. But you don't say ACD. Then this angle will be shifted on C. So remember that angle A is congruent to C is same as angle DAB and angle DCB. Similarly, angle B and D, it is same as angle ABC and angle ADC. So here we can say measurement angle A is congruent to measurement angle C. Measurement angle B is congruent to measurement angle D. After that, the diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other mean OA is congruent to OC and OB is congruent to OD. This is number 3. OA is congruent to OC, OB So dear students, this was, now you can see opposite sides are congruent. So we have to prove AB is congruent to DC and AD is congruent to BC. Similarly, opposite angles are congruent. Angle A is congruent to angle C and angle B is congruent to angle D. Similarly, we have the diagonals bisect each other. These are the diagonals. AC and BD are the diagonals. So they bisect each other, mean OA is congruent to OC and OB is congruent to OD. So in this way, we have this to prove. After that, construction. And remember that I told you before that, in case of construction, this is the addition in figures according to the requirement. Label angle 1, 2, angle 3 and 4. And then angle 5 and 6. What is construction? Label the angles as angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6 as in the figure. As in the figure. So this is construction. After that, the main body of the theorem is proof. The most important part of your theorem, proof. Proof. Statements and reasons. In the correspondence of triangle ABD, in the correspondence of triangle ABD and triangle CDB. In the correspondence of triangle ABD and CDB, angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. They are alternate angles. Remember that if the two lines are parallel, then these are alternate angles. They are always equal. So angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. Alternate angles of two parallel lines. Parallel lines are AB and DC. Similarly, BD is congruent to BD. This is common. And angle 4 is congruent to angle 1. Angle 1. Angle 4 is congruent to angle 1. Again, alternate angles. Alternate angles. Now, my dear students, I have written this related concept to congruency of triangle. There are three possibilities in case of congruency of triangles. Side, side, side postulate, side, angle, side postulate, angle, side, angle postulate. You can check. We have third possibilities here. Angle, side and angle postulate. This postulate number 3 is valid here. Therefore, we can say triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CDB. What is that? Angle, side, angle postulate. triangles are congruent, then their corresponding sides, their corresponding angles are always congruent. This is the condition for the congruency, that whenever the two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding sides, corresponding angle will always be congruent. So that's why we can say AB is congruent to DC. AD is congruent to BC. And angle A is congruent to angle C. So here is, therefore, AB is congruent to DC and AD is congruent to BC. What is that? Corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Corresponding sides of congruent triangles. And angle A is congruent to angle C, corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Corresponding angles of congruent triangle. So in this way, we have proved first result. First result was opposite sides are congruent, and half of your second part is also made congruent. So angle A is congruent to angle C is in the second part. I hope that you are going to understand the steps. If you have any problem, you can contact me, and inshallah I will clear that point. After that, number 2, as angle 4 is congruent to angle 1, proved. And angle 3 is congruent to angle 2, proved. Therefore, angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2. Adding equations 1 and 2. This is 1 and this is number 2. Adding equations 1 and 2, left plus left is equal to right plus right. But you know that, what about angle 3 plus 4? Angle 3 plus 4 is B. Similarly, angle 1 plus 2 is angle D. Hence, angle B is congruent to angle D. Addition of angles postulate. Addition of angles postulate. Remember that, my dear students, whenever the two angles are added and you are getting this combined angle, that is known as addition of two angles postulate. So here second part is also verified. We have proved second part now. After that, we have part number 3. The diagonals bisect each other. Number 3. In the correspondence of triangle BOC and AOD, in the correspondence of triangle BOC and triangle DOA or AOD, let us think. Here is, in the correspondence of triangle BOC and AOD, angle 3 is congruent to angle 2. They are alternate angles of the center. Angle 3 is congruent to angle 2. Angle 3 is congruent to angle 2. This is already proved. After that, BC is congruent to AD. This is also proved. BC is congruent to AD root. Angle 5 is congruent to angle 6. Vertical angles. Angle 5 is congruent to angle 6. Vertical angles. Vertical angles are like that. This is 1 and 2. They are vertical angles. Oppositely. This is known as oppositely vertical angles. 1 is congruent to 3 is congruent to 4. They are always vertical angles. Therefore, triangle BOC is congruent to triangle DOA. What is the condition? My dear students, again, you have angle, side, angle postulate, and here is angle, side, angle postulate. So we have proved that these two triangles, BOC and AOD, they are congruent. Postulate. Angle, side, angle postulate. And I told you already that whenever the two triangles are congruent, then it means that their all corresponding sides are congruent. So OB is congruent to OD and OC is congruent to OA. So OB is congruent to OD and OC is congruent to OA. They are corresponding sides of congruent triangles. So in this way, my dear students, we have proved part number 1, 2 and 3 with the help of this quadrilateral ABCD, and now it is confirmed that yes, they are the parallelogram. After that, we have a very short theorem, theorem number 2, similar to that. I hope that you have better idea about the theorem number 1 and we will use this theorem. Theorem number 2 is, if two opposite sides statement if two opposite sides of quadrilateral are congruent and parallel, it is a parallelogram. Remember that in given, what is given? Given is, one is the quadrilateral, is two opposite sides are congruent and parallel. This is given. And what to prove? It's a parallelogram. For example, here is quadrilateral ABCD. Its two opposite sides, AB is parallel to DC and AB is congruent to DC. This is given. In quadrilateral, ABCD, AB is parallel to DC and AB is congruent to DC. So this is given of your theorem. After that, to prove is ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. It's a parallelogram to prove. After that we have construction. Draw diagonal BD and label the angles as 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Construction is draw a diagonal BD and label the angles as angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4 as in the figure. So this is, so here we have a quadrilateral ABCD in which AB is congruent to DC and AB is parallel to DC. This was given. Here is two opposite sides. Two opposite sides of quadrilateral are congruent and parallel. So they are congruent and parallel. So it's a parallelogram. That was given. What is to prove? ABCD is a parallelogram. Construction, draw the diagonal BD and label the angles as angle 1, 2, 3 and 4 as shown in the figure. Now we have proof. Most important part of your theorem. Proof. Statements and reasons. In the correspondence of triangle ADB and triangle CBD, angle 2 is congruent to angle 1, angle 2 is congruent to angle 1, alternate angles, BD is congruent to BD, common, and AB is congruent to DC, given. Therefore, triangle ADB is congruent to triangle CBD, that is angle side postulate. Remember that you can write down side angle, but this order may change. You can write down angle side or side angle, or similarly side angle. No problem, that is same. But write down according to your statements which are given. Therefore, if these two triangles are congruent, it means that angle 3 is congruent to angle 4. Angle 3 is congruent to angle 4. Angle 3 is congruent to angle 4. So they are the corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Similarly, BC is congruent to AD, corresponding sides of congruent triangle. Also, BC is parallel to AD. BC is parallel to AD because angle 3 is congruent to 4. We have the idea already, we have the result that whenever the angles are congruent, lines are parallel. And if the lines are parallel, angle will be congruent. therefore, hence we can see that AB is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC. Also, AD is congruent to BC. Hence, therefore, ABCD is a parallelogram. So, my dear students, that was your theorem number 2. I hope that you got a better idea. Alhamdulillah. And if you have any problem, you can contact me, and inshallah, I will explain each step if you have any problem. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Allah.